A teacher for or more pre-tertiary sector no, or mommy and saying na NAT, NAGRAT, and a coalition of concerned teachers no, or more the above teacher say or more cost strike from the 20th of March. Ekopem say, and near ma omuhiano or monsabeka. No more strike you could or much more. A bina she or more a bobby awareness so, and a bion so, Nancy I want penny to say or more pay so senka or more laptops be. Na ebi be a bin so and ye be ni nani afufrobi a can say I yet Mr. Some calendar your more mamma near any same your moka yinti and or more cost strike. Na GS at the above to just saw more cost striker. It was a headmaster no or mo be a school no normal my school for you best school. No more sure more safety say and crying be beer and count more input say or monko classroom and conquer my dear say and no more trim.
1. Delay with negotiation of the new collective agreement. It will interest you to know that following the expiration of the collective agreement in 2023, negotiation of the new collective agreement should have completed on or before February 29 this year. But this has not been so. Thus, the new collective agreement stands unnegotiated, and we raise this concern in our letter to the Director General of GES dated 29 February 2024, and also inform the National Labour Commission accordingly. As we gathered here now, the issue is still outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, 2. Scheme of service. We have also drawn the attention of the Director General of the GES to the fact that the Ghana Education Service does not have a functional scheme of service for teachers. That's a much cogent and appropriate one, which takes care of all requirements in the teaching profession, needs to be developed for us. We have cried out over this to no avail. 3. Equally important to the teachers are the following issues. The inability of government and the service to complete the distribution of the laptops to all teachers is of concern. The rampant changes of the school calendar without recourse to negotiation with the teacher unions is affecting the smooth operation of the service. Also, the blockade of teacher salaries by the Office of the Special Prosecutor without recourse to the laid down procedures is a major worry. Ladies and gentlemen, our call to action. In the light of the above circumstances and given the delays and unfulfilled promises on the part of the employer and the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, and also threats from the rank and file of our members, we, the pre-tertiary teacher union, do stand with our members and hereby declare a nationwide industrial action effective today. We declare an industrial action effective today, Wednesday, 20th March 2024, to press home our demand. Thank you very much.
Omampenyi His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Ekufuado bought the late John Kumar, now a former Deputy Finance Minister, and I know say MP for Ejuso or Bonabaso Pan say Abranti no attend a Hunsim P. Now no a future leader so uncle Betty Abo me pan any way ya dear or no ni pebino me ya dear or Montiasi and I say no Mampenyi a can.
The Casamoon, my dear, the no cray one will be a queche pa. Ghana, Amayo Assam. The very name said, maybe a coin penny, Rantia me Jamichiama on, no Kamupa. They made them so, say, or the Metifa on the Nina Honona Papa Quan was some. Painful war, no, a man, painful, war, and a for all. Incident Dia be there. Ntiase we chire. My movie, we chire pa. Said John Kuma. Vibrant young man like this. Wabe dani nyakupo asepsa. So bachase anede.
Na senten na Omampanyin His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo reshuffling. Na reshuffling no oyi bi ma omo kofie ebi nso wasesa omo positions wa aban mu. Na osan so de edin foforo ba ye se enka yenye omo vetting na yenye omo nhwehwemu ni enje omo ntum ema omo medi dibia na so omo medi dwuma wo parliament. Na saafo na imprempren no makọ vetting na wie ama ya hwehwe omumu awie ena Omampanyin ede akọ parliament say enka parliament approve nanso speaker of parliament Bagbin say enya de a obe approve ama sankrofo aba be didwuma esan say Omampanyin ya na adwen say enya de a oba be assent to LGBTQ+ bill eda ho a imprempren ye hwe ni mu say Omampanyin ede ne nsa ebe hya ase.
I also bring to your attention the receipt of a process from the courts titled Roxanne Nelson Eche K. Dafiamapo versus the Speaker of Parliament and the Attorney General, suit number J1/12/2024, which process was served on the 19th, that is yesterday, March 2024, and an injunction motion on notice seeking to restrain the Speaker from proceeding with the vetting and approval of the names of the persons submitted by His Excellency the President until the provisions of the Constitution are satisfied. Honorable members, in the light of this process, the House is unable to continue to consider the nominations of His Excellency the President, to use the language of the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, quote, in the spirit of upholding the rule of law, unquote, until after the determination of the application for interlocutory injunction by the Supreme Court. Honorable members, this is the precedent that is being set by His Excellency the President for all Ghanaians to follow.
Nansen ye Omampanyin ne secretary e de letter bi call parliament a o chemu a omunhwe ye na omamfa letter bia ama efri se Omampanyin say imprempren no say ekuo mienu e na je sa anti LGBTQ+ yi ekọ Supreme Court a court eye mu nhwehwemu a wonfa mu aye maaye enti se court nyamfa mu aye maaya Omampanyin so twema enya de a obetimi assent to bill no na we na speaker any minority for na hm say the e-levy eba na ye refer to e-levy na sabre no omo the e-levy ne ba the 29th of March 2022 and omo assent bill no na minority for no the call Supreme Court Korea say and Kenya de omo beti on the 30th adeche on the 31st na Omampanyin ede ne nsa ehya ase enti Omampanyin ntimi nka ntwe omo say asem wo court a ontimi emfa ne nsa enhya ase so omo yesa ade a ene ombe impeach president na ono aye first president a oman yi mu wabu mra so a ye impeach no.
The Constitution of Ghana spells out in plain language when the President of the Republic of Ghana must do when Parliament passes a bill and present to His Excellency the President. The President must assent to the bill or must refuse to assent to the bill when it is presented to him as the President of the Republic. These are the only options, and in this case, there is no middle ground at all per the constitutional imperative. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also say that in the instance case of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2024, President Akufo-Addo has taken a strange and alien position, which is unknown to the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Given that Parliament has been injuncted in a matter of the President's nominee for the position of ministers and deputy ministers, it is obvious that this Honorable House is also unable and cannot approve those ministerial nominees His Excellency the President has also presented to Parliament. At this point, the President may have to be innovative, dynamic, and think out of the box by downsizing the size of his government. Let me say that merely piling on numbers by way of appointing ministers and deputy ministers does not signal to the people of Ghana that the President understands the seriousness of the mess that he and his government has created in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also say that this may be a good time for President Akufo-Addo to listen to the feedback about the size of his government. At the very least, the two top political parties, namely the NDC and the MPP, agree to downsize government size the way forward. There is an urgent need to downsize the government in order to save the taxpayers from huge cost of running the government. Already, President Mahama has signaled that in his next government, he will not appoint more than 60 ministers. Interestingly, we are also aware that the Vice President, who was part of a government that appointed 125 ministers, has come around to also promise 50 ministers. So all what we are saying is that, may I ask, ladies and gentlemen from the media, what is the prudent justification for a Minister of State at the Ministry of Finance, which with 2 deputy ministers and a Minister of State? Again, why do we have the same ministers and ministers of local government, 2 deputy ministers and a Minister of State at the Ministry of Local Government? Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to conclude by saying that the Right Honorable Speaker has made an important call, a call for Parliament to unite against the autocratic tendencies of our President and this government. We in the NDC minority is ready to protect the sanctity of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And we stand with the Speaker of Parliament in this. Let the President of Ghana and his government be aware that where this country is going is strange under his watch. And the NDC minority will not countenance it. But I want to urge that it is obvious that His Excellency the President has breached the Constitution, and we will advise ourselves. In the coming days, don't be surprised that we will begin impeachment proceedings against the President. Thank you very much.
If it's a Parliament, a pass a bill, 21 days, Abba. Now, so we show more Article 106 of the 1992 Constitution, Nichiri Mwa. It was sent after 7 days in the Omanpenny Edenensa Eshasi. Now, after 14 days in so, I was set Omanpenny unto me and Faninsa Shasia Oba, no better or Mudientia unto me and Faninsa and Shasi. And then after 30 days in say 2/3 of the parliamentarians, I am Mashebejafuano. Omomu 2/3 etiasia omubetimi apase bill no omampanyi enye mu bia onka bibia entry omo enunti se wodi bibia ba se omo nso approve a enyade a omo nso ebe approve nti prempren nsema ekoso e wo man yi mu ene Parliament House say na etie midin e de ya broni me shall say obe like na wa shama me tofia kwa TV so ne se foforo bia ba me de bebro me das